Summer is in session at IKON Park. Welcome back to Season 3, Episode 9 of Summer Sessions, a Carlton Media pre-season podcast. My name is Christian Filippo, your host. Rose Zaruki, our ever-reliable producer, and Rebecca Velado once again on camera duties this week. And I'm very excited because we have a Summer Sessions debutant this week. But as I just came to find out 10 seconds before we went to air, not a podcast debutant, a bit of a podcast extraordinaire, if you will. It's not Harry Mackay, in case you're wondering. But it is about time this podcast got a bit of razzle-dazzle. Orazio Fantasia, welcome to the Carlton Media Studios. Welcome to Summer Sessions.
Thank you, Critter. It has taken you 16 months, but we're here.
Well, you said you were nervous, and I think maybe those nerves have compounded over 16 months, but you're here now.
Yeah.
I'm actually nervous now because I feel like I shouldn't be in the hosting chair. Maybe I should be over there and you should be interviewing me as a seasoned professional.
As we go on, who knows? We'll just flow and I can ask you some questions back.
I wouldn't like that. I've got mine prepared. I don't like being thrown off the cuff. So I'm just going to ask you and then we'll just move on, if that's okay.
So there's no
two-way conversation.
Okay.
No,
right.
Absolutely zero. I just ask you and then we move on to the next one.
Let's build some connection.
We'll see connection. Mossy loves it, strong together, all that kind of stuff. Big fan of the show?
Yeah, listen, every week.
Yeah. Favourite guest?
Not Harry.
Well, he hasn't been on yet, so that's fair
Jesse.
enough. Jesse was good.
Yeah.
Recent. He's been on twice.
Right. Has he? Twice?
He was debut with like the other Rat Pack, but then
okay. Yeah.
got a solo gig. But you'd know as a big fan of the show.
Correct.
Go-to karaoke song is the first question.
Mm-hmm.
What's the answer?
Yeah, it's a tough one because I don't have a great voice.
Only tough questions on this show, as you'll come to find out.
Well, you've gone bang early.
Yeah.
Maybe Billy Joel, Piano Man.
Oh,
there you go.
Nice.
Yeah, different. No one would have said that.
No one said that yet?
Yeah. Everyone would have said like some stock, like horses or something.
I think horses maybe got a run a few years ago, but
yeah.
I think it's just kind of, when something's popular and then it just becomes unpopular by, So horses for a while. Sweet Caroline generally gets a run, but Piano Man.
Yeah.
I like it.
Because everyone wants someone to sing along with the song, but I just want to be up the front. It's nice, mellow.
It's not about you, but it is about you.
yeah, correct. Yeah, exactly.
Perfect.
It's all about me.
Perfect. Well, this show is all about you.
Is it?
It is. Okay. Because past
like
podcasts that you've hosted haven't been all about you because you've been sharing the duties.
Interviewing.
So tell me about your podcast experience first, because I'm not sure Carlton supporters have tuned into, not Port Adelaide media channels and definitely not S&M media channels.
I was going to say, am I allowed to talk about them?
Just briefly.
Briefly, okay. One at S and one at Port, both very unsuccessful. Got
short-lived
twice, yeah.
Short-lived, we'll say.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. Well, do you reckon Sophia might have a podcasting future ahead of her?
I'm not sure what she's got ahead of her. Hopefully she learns how to sleep pretty quickly. That'd be nice.
Is that not working?
Selfishly, I have been sleeping in the other room on big training days, so I have been getting a bit of sleep. So Michaela, my wife, is copying, the heavy lifting, but she hasn't been the best sleeper, unfortunately.
Other than the sleeping habits?
Yeah.
How is she?
She's amazing. She's got a lot of hair. Everyone, keeps saying where she get that from because I'm not hairy and neither is Michaela, but the head literally almost looks like a doll, it looks fake, but she's she's going super and it's definitely changed my perspective on life, I reckon.
Immediately?
Yeah. I mean, how deep do we get on the show?
We're deep.
Yeah? Okay.
Real deep.
I think, to be honest, not that I was a big stressor of football and everything and what I was doing and real particular and stuff wasn't going my way, get very frustrated, but I think since she's come along it's really just changed my perspective, and not that I don't care anymore, but it's you can have a great day or a shit day. Can I say shit?
Yeah, you said it now.
Okay.
Maybe don't keep going, but you said it.
I said it once. We'll just keep it once. You can have an average day.
Yeah.
And you can go home and it doesn't matter. Obviously she's very, in her early stages of life, she doesn't know what's going on, but it's just, you get home, you have a cuddle, nothing matters. Nothing's ever as good, nothing's ever as bad. So it's probably just leveled me out significantly. So
how level were you during the family shoot on the weekend, which I feel like I wasn't down there myself, but I feel like that would have been one of the more feel-good, but also the more chaotic hours of all time.
Yeah, it was pretty special day to have her there, and I'm sure everyone would have said the same. There was a little blowout. Old Hugo, I don't know if I probably shouldn't say it. big Hugo. Little Hugo did a bit of a poo, and he was going,
Well, I think Charlie Silvani did as well at one point
yeah,
as well.
like it was unreal. Like
well, that's great because Blake spoke to Channel 9 and he mentioned Charlie Silvani doing the poo, but not Hugo.
Hugo,
no.
yeah. Oh, shit, I've thrown him under the bus. Sorry, Blake.
Sorry, Hugo.
Yeah, sorry, Hugo. But yeah, I think as a football club, like to have so many kids and being in that stage, like I reckon it shows the signs of like where we're all at as a group, and hopefully, everyone's maturing and mellowing out, and hopefully we can, win some stuff. That'd be nice.
It would be nice.
Yeah.
Best behaved outside of Sophia?
Probably Ruby, I reckon.
Yep.
She was unbelievable.
Yep.
Wouldn't leave Doc's side.
And we won't say worst behaved, but we'll say most cheeky.
Most cheeky.
Outside of Charlie and Hugo, maybe.
No. I mean, the lollies were out, so when the lollies come out, the kids were
just
definitely
the kids?
after those. Yeah, well, a few of us, I think. Yeah, snuck in there as well. A bit of chocolate. Freddos were rolling around.
We did have team photo day on Tuesday, and we had a few snacks just to keep you occupied, and they went very quickly, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, we're not going to name names, but there was a few boys that a handful.
Well, I think Ruby's dad may have been the main one.
Correct.
I think you might have even opened the packet in here. Have you gone back to SA with Sophia yet, or is that planned?
It's on the cards, definitely. I think try to be responsible parents and wait till she's had her injections and stuff like that. But both of our parents and siblings have been here, and family super keen to get over and come meet her. And it's pretty funny, like the impact it's had on my family. I knew it would like change them, but I didn't think it would change them that much. Like my old man is a very hard-edged European father.
Yeah. Not anymore, he's not.
Mate, now he's calling every day, where is she? Like, oh my God, she's so cute. And I'm like, who are you? Yeah, like, what the F's wrong with you? Like, what's gotten into you? Even my sister was like, what's happened?
I don't know who this man is.
Yeah, like.
So she's the first grandchild?
Yeah, for my parents, yeah. Yeah, for my in-laws, it's their third, but first girl. I've got two grandsons, and she is now taking over the mantle. She's number one, the little queen. Everyone loves her. Yeah.
What's the first Adelaide landmark she'll see?
Oh, jeez. Moles Balls.
I was just going to say Moles Balls. Perfect. What a place.
Or some sort of church or something.
Which one?
Yeah, she'll definitely swing past Burrow for a coffee at some stage.
Well, yeah.
You can get to that. Sorry if I've jumped the gun.
No, that's okay.
She'll probably
you just know where this podcast is going. You're an experienced pro.
Yeah, that's what happens. She'll definitely see Nono's house first, probably.
Of
straight
course.
home.
And then Moles Balls.
And then Moles Balls, we'll take her to the city.
An institution of
it was
South
not much
Australia.
else. Moles Balls and down to the beach, and that's it.
Harney Street KFC?
Well, yeah, if she's out with me at 2 a.m, maybe.
Well, 3 games at Adelaide Oval this year. That's a lot of trips to a certain cafe in Henley.
Yeah. There's a lot of omelettes for a few of the boys, I reckon.
Well, how many were there last year?
Yeah, we had a crew, didn't we?
Yeah.
Which was nice. The boys came down and supported us, which is pretty special.
Support local business?
Yeah, of course, is what we like to do in South Australia. But I think big Harry Mackay loved the omelette, and Charlie as well. So there for a morning brew. And we stayed in Glenelg, so we weren't far from Henley, which was nice. Don't know where we'll be this year, but hopefully not far away.
Well, the cafe's name?
Burrow.
The cafe's name, Orazio. You did a thing on your Instagram maybe a few months ago.
Yeah.
And you called it Burrow, and there were a few Italians in the comments that were not happy with you.
No, they weren't. Well, I mean, it's
easier.
Pronunciation. Yeah, right? What do we... Orazio or...
Well, how is your name how is it meant to be pronounced?
I'm not getting into this again, Crit.
But just quickly. Because there was one game where you were called Fantasia.
Yes.
Which isn't 100% correct, but it's more correct.
Yeah.
But you're happy with whatever.
Oh, I'm fine. I mean, we're not in Italy, right? So like pronunciation is fine.
But Lygon Street, do you get it? Have you ventured down there?
Yeah, I mean a little bit, but not crazy.
Have you embraced the Brian Taylor commentary of your name? Because I feel like it would follow you most places you go.
Yeah, I think, like, obviously, I don't watch the game, so when you don't hear him. But I think when
Did you watch the highlights?
No, there's not many. There's not many. So I don't really watch too many. But I think, to be honest, as an up-and-coming player, when Brian started to do that, I think it probably built a little bit of a brand for me, and it was beneficial in that way, without being an arrogant arsehole.
What did your hard-edged Italian father make of it? Was he okay with it?
Yeah, he was okay with it. Yeah, I think he loves watching every game, and he'll watch it back 3 times during the week until the next one's on. So, like,
yeah.
you know.
So if he's happy, then no one can really take offence to it.
Yeah, no one's complaining.
Well, 3 clubs you've played for, so Essendon, Port, Carlton, in their respective cities, for better or worse, you've certainly gone to clubs that attract a bit of attention.
Yes.
How's that been over your time?
I think, like, you know, every club has pros and cons, right? But I said this to Little O'Sullivan, I reckon, my second week here. And I said, you know, when it just feels right when you're somewhere. And I felt like, not that I didn't enjoy my time at either of those football clubs, had lots of fun, played lots of cool games, met lots of great people. I just felt like...
And then you played at Essendon as well?
Yeah, well, that too.
I'm contractually...
Yeah, no, that's fine. You can say whatever you like. It just felt like home, and I was in the right place when I got here. And I was only like 2 weeks in. So I just felt like the football club, the way they've embraced me and my family, and I don't know, there's just something about this place. Like, it just feels like home.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it's deep, I know,
Isn't
right?
that nice?
Yeah.
Is that because Adam Sard's here?
That too, yeah. We obviously go a fair way back.
Yeah. So were you close with the Bombers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very. I mean, I've got photos on my phone of us sitting in, you know, our rooms on away trips, just eating chocolate together, like, just, you know.
Yeah. Adam Sard eating chocolate?
Yeah, shock.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, thick as thieves. So it's nice to be reunited with the big fella, for sure.
Well, tell us about Sardi, because I think everyone has this like conception of him, which is fair. But
Which
then
is
you watch.
What's the?
Oh, he's just
general-
he's Adam Sard. Like, he can be a bit quiet, but he's like kind of
bit cheeky,
yeah. And then you watch the videos of him and Jordan Boyd going out for lunch.
Yeah.
And it's just all about Sardi.
Yeah.
And he's got that in him a little bit.
He's got a little
just
bit.
A little bit.
Just a touch. But that's halfbacks. Yeah, that's look at me, get the ball.
The halfbacks look at me, not the small forwards.
Well, we've got that in abundance. Like, they've got, you know, they pretend to be defenders and tough, hard edge guys, but
they're not.
Yeah, they like a bit of me time as well.
Yeah. Who else other than Sardi, who you obviously knew beforehand, have you really gravitated towards since you arrived here?
Obviously the Carnies, the forwards, we've got a nice tight group, which is really cool. So, you know, our small forward brigade, I think, like Jesse, Foggs, Zachy now, Durds, like, it's just a really good group, and lots of young guys, which is really fun. I say that as I'm like really old. I'm only 29, but being around those guys, being around those guys like Ashton, coming into the club every day, like, you just can't not have fun when they're just, you know, mucking around, or what they did on the weekend or whatever. Like, it's just great. And then probably a few of the older boys as well, like Doc and Weeders and stuff like that. Just bonding over some NFL or red wine or whatever it is. Just, nice connection there.
The Carnies. You mentioned it. Jordan Russell spoke about this last week on Carlton Media Channels. Yeah. Tell us a little bit about it and kind of what role you like to play in the madness that is the forward line group here at IKON Park.
Yeah, I think the beauty of our forward line at the moment, like, we're all very fit and strong, which is a plus, but I think we're all very versatile. Like, and I think that's probably the best part of our forward group. Like, even if you look at Harry and Charlie, like, they can run so well. Like, not many big guys can. Like, they're running good 2K time trials, but also fast and skillful. So, like, if we need to get them up the ground, they can play a small forward role, like, up there. And if Zachy Williams has got a great matchup, we can put him in the goal square. So, you know, and Cots runs all day. He can play outside, inside as a small forward, go into a stoppage. Same with Fogger, same with Jesse. Like, we've just got some flexibility, which I think will be hard to match up on for other, you know, Oppo defences. And
what about the personalities that are in there as well? It's a unique bunch of individuals, as Brett Kirk would say.
That's the Carnies, isn't it? It's literally what happens at the circus. You've got, you know, Charlie, who's full of beans all the time. Harry, who's...
All of the time.
I vividly remember in a meeting, and it might have been like 45 degrees or 40 degrees, and Charlie was at the front with no shirt on, just sitting there doing his thing.
That's a Kerno thing.
Yeah.
As someone who's been here for a while, that's
Is
definitely
it?
a Kerno thing. Yeah.
It was brilliant. And then, Harry's very studious and just on and meticulous with his preparation, and Cottrell is a jokester, and Jesse is we've just got so many different I guess vibes, and what everyone brings is pretty cool.
Well, when Charlie was inducted into the leadership group, maybe this time last year, I think it was, spoke about kind of everyone and the mixed personalities in the forward line group, and he said, and Raz brings the snacks. Is that still accurate?
Well, I mean, if we're going away, I do like to have a few treats before the games or whatever, and pods and Maltesers get a run, and, you got to treat the boys every now and then.
I noticed you didn't bring it into the podcast, which I'm a bit flat about.
Yeah, well.
That's okay. But actually, we probably should have done it for you as the guest.
Where's the lollies? Yeah, something just...
Well, Sam Doherty was on last week, so I think,
they're gone,
they all went, well, you mentioned the small forwards.
Mm-hmm.
I spoke about this with Motts a few weeks ago. I feel like it's similar to the ruck position now. It's such a specialist role, and there's so many of you here, and you're so tight, and yet you're also fighting for the same spot on game day, because there's a limited amount.
Yeah.
Matt O's departed the football club. You could even put Matt Kennedy in there, who played a fair bit of forward time last year. When you know that those competitions for spot, they're up for grabs, but then you're so tight, how does that relationship work day to day, or is it just you've just got to do it?
Yeah. I think it's all part of it, right? And I think we're all doing it to get each other better. And I think we're at a stage where this group is, I don't know if egoless is a word, but I'm going to go with it.
I like it. Make up words on the show. Yeah,
let's do that. But, I've been in groups where there has been like greater egos, and guys get upset about that. But I reckon even last year there was a time where we were rotating guys through the sub position because we had too many like smalls in the team, and we just had to do it. And I think Vossi's instilled that in us. Like, everyone's got a role to play. It doesn't matter how big or how small it is. And as smalls, like, that's just our job. And if you're not informed, there's a guy coming in. So it sort of makes you play.
You've got to be informed.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're out the team. So it's healthy competition, I think, and it creates some high standards. And I reckon we've seen that throughout the preseason.
I was going to say, how fruitful has that competition been over the summer?
Yeah. I think it went back to the off-season. We sort of got challenged at the end of last year from Vossi, like, are you getting the most out of yourself, and what are you doing in terms of preparation and training to do that? And I reckon as a small forward group, all of us would have ran PBs and 2Ks, all of us, PBs in like the gym. So I think he's pretty happy with the smalls at the moment, and Russ definitely would be as well.
Well, you had seemingly an afternoon appointment with the IKON Park gym every single day during the off-season, and you had a few mates there with you. It was like Harry Lemmy and these types.
Yeah.
How did you come to get that group together for, was it like a 3 p.m. IKON Park gym session or something like that?
I don't know. You'd always see me down there, and I'd be wearing a red singlet, and you'd always say, "Why the hell are you wearing that red singlet?"
Red singlet and black shorts.
Well, it wasn't like it was just what I had.
It wasn't a conscious call. Yeah,
no, it was just.
But to be fair, you did it, and then you didn't do it again, I don't think.
Yeah, you told me off, and I did change. Yeah. But I think it was like that same thing, like from the off season, like Cripper and Vossi challenged the whole group, like, are you getting the best out of yourselves? And from Sardi, myself, we were really strong on one another of like, okay, like this off season, like, we're not going away, like, let's really lock in and see how fit and strong we could get. And then along with Cam McAuliffe, one of our strength and conditioning, had a few young guys that were really keen, which was like Lem, Alex Chincotta, Hudson O'Keefe, who, he is, I said it again, he is come back like big and so strong and like pushing blokes around. So that's exciting. And yeah, we just sort of said, like, let's just push each other as much as we can, and let's get the most out of each other this sort of off season, and come back and just show everyone that we took the challenge on board and we got better.
Great tie-in, because the next question is our pre-season cliche section, because we love pre-season cliches in summer sessions.
The fittest we've ever been.
All that. All that.
Low-key flying.
Don't know why you're putting on that voice maker. That's the stuff that we want.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay.
But you've mentioned Huddo O'Keefe, and he's got a lot of raps for the size he's put on, so we'll tick that one off. But pre-season coming to a close very soon.
Yeah.
Who's flying, or who has flown this pre-season?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to be biased because I love my carnies, but I think that obviously, and I'm sure everyone's spoken about Jesse as being one of them. He's definitely low-key flying, as everyone would say. But I also think Dirds as well. Like, he's come back off a shoulder surgery, smashed a PB in the gym, smashed a PB in 2K, and just training so well, looks so lively, buzzing around. So, and probably Kempy as well. Like, he's come new role, and same thing. 2K, smashed it in the gym, taking hangers. Like, he's just, got a real buzz. And that's what happens when you get out of defence. Like, there's no fun down there. Like,
a bit of buzz, that's what I'm saying,
Like, it's just that we have fun.
He's laughing and smiling now, which is
correct.
nice.
It's just how you should be every day. Whereas Weeders just walks around like this.
I was going to say sorry to Jacob Weding if he's listening, but,
he's
not listening. So it's all good. Who's set for more midfield time?
Oh, that's a good
And
question.
you can't really say
ask.
Jagger Smith because I know he hasn't played, but,
Yeah.
he's going well.
I don't know because that's up to probably Vossi and
Smart
stuff.
Okay, rephrase. Who at this time of year just wants to put their hand up to Vossi and go, just get me in a few of those?
Who doesn't? You could rattle them off from Lodge to Jesse to
Zach.
Fogger and Zach. Like, everyone wants to get up and in there. And then they get there and they realise they've got to run so much and they go, oh, maybe I don't actually like this.
The goals are really far away.
Yeah, correct. You don't get to kick goals from up there, boys. Come down here. So I'm happy to stay down the forward end.
Nice. Smart. Well, you've touched on this a little bit, but let's go into it.
Yeah.
How are you? How's the body?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Had a bit of a tight calf before Christmas, which was something that only pushed me back or held me back for a couple of weeks. And to be honest, I think since my daughter's come into the world, I've probably had the best month of training and football in my almost career, to be honest. Like, I just feel so free. Don't really care about mistakes anymore. Just having fun out there. And I feel like it's translating to some pretty good training at the moment.
And you still feel very much at home like you touched on before?
Yeah, definitely. I think, last year was a challenge for me coming into a new group. Didn't really start training with the group until like late January. Yeah. So, because I had such a sort of interrupted 2 years prior to that, didn't get to train with the group, as I said, till late Jan. So, like, you can't really build any connections and stuff in a month and then go out and play and try and think you're going to produce what you normally produce. And I think that was the hardest part for me and I was having regular convos with Vossi about that sort of stuff, like my expectations, like why aren't I playing how I normally would play and why isn't my output what I thought it could be? But towards the back end of the year, I started to feel like myself and play more games and build that sort of continuity, and I started to feel like myself again, which I feel like has then correlated to a good off-season and build again in this pre-season. So as much as... what was that? Someone on the roof?
Not sure what's going on. That's okay.
Someone's climbing on the roof. But I felt like last year was great to sort of get in the new sort of system and understand how I like to play and get to know how teammates play, and hopefully I can, progress a bit more from what I was doing last year.
Do you take the Kaizen approach to your sauce making days?
To be honest, I've missed the last few. So
of
it's
course.
Actually, I get to go there and just reap the rewards. Like,
That's the best part.
Yeah, correct. I get to go home for the pasta and take some sauce back to Melbourne. So
to Vossi.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, when he wants his.
They really took that story and ran with it, didn't they, when Vossi mentioned?
I did, yeah.
Was it a bit of overkill?
A little bit,
yeah.
But we had it and he was intrigued. He's like, so I think we played, it might have been around this time, and we were playing a game and then we were making it the next day or something, and he was like, what are you doing tomorrow? I was like, I'm going to make it, bye-bye. He's like, I've got to try it. Like, can you get me some? I was like, yeah, no worries. And then I said it in an interview and everyone's like, Vossi's badgering me every day for sauce. Like, it just got too many legs. But, it is a pretty cool tradition that we do. And I think as a family, like, I want to keep that going and, like, make Sophia and our kids and nephews and nieces, like, do it. Because it's cool, like you make your own sauce, but it's also just getting your family together. I think that's what people don't maybe fully understand. It's like everyone's there, like all your cousins, and you've got 40 people there making sauce, and everyone's got a job. And like my nonna would get my dad, would get so angry if someone's not doing their job. Like it's a teamwork. Like, and you got to.
It's the carnies.
Yeah, correct. You got to do it.
Well, you did. I've got a bit of beef with you.
Okay, go on.
One of the first things you said when you arrived here
What, that would do sauce day?
There'd be a sauce day for the players.
We've got it going this year.
Is it actually?
Yeah, I spoke to Mick Aggressor about that.
Oh, shock horror.
Yeah, another wog. Oh, can I say wog?
I think if you're saying it, I think it's fine.
It's all right. Is it play on?
Yeah, play on.
Yeah, play on. Oh, I said a couple.
So
of
it's
words.
happening.
Well, yeah, I said that we were going to do it last year, and didn't quite do it.
Yeah.
And I said to Mick this year, I was like, we've got to do it, and I know the Carnies will get involved and do it, and he said, yeah, we'll do it at the club. He'll bring the equipment in, and we can
Aggressive
do it
Fine
together.
Foods.
Aggressive Fine Foods. Little shout out.
Well, we spoke to Jordan Boyd a few weeks ago, and he didn't get the Aggressive Fine Foods mentioned, and Mick was not happy. So
Really?
they're Aggressive Fine Foods.
There it
What
is.
a place.
Yeah. So he'll bring the pasta in, and we'll make the sauce.
Yep.
Do it all together.
Do you know when this is going to be?
We don't have an exact date,
Yeah.
but
This is just a production meeting now. Can Carlton Media cameras come along to capture?
yeah, I
Right.
think you'd have to be there, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I'll be
You'll
doing
be working.
I'll be doing my job behind the camera, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
and then
the
eating.
the consumption afterwards. I'm
of
free for
course.
that.
Okay.
Recording will have stopped for that by that
Shock.
point. Great. There you go. Beck's happy.
Beck, happy with
Rose
that?
is happy.
Yeah.
Great.
Got some content.
I'm really excited now.
Yeah.
I don't know what the next question was. Oh, no, that's it.
Yeah.
We spoke to Ollie and Doc the last 2 weeks on here as childhood Carlton supporters, and they spoke about how many, there's been a clear, maybe not a strategy, but a lot of Carlton supporters as kids have been recruited to the club in recent years. But that's not limited to just Carlton supporters, because there have been a lot more Italians recruited here. And I think it can be put down to when Mick Aggressor started.
Yeah.
But
He's got a type.
when you said that you felt like you were home within 2 weeks, was that part of it? Because there's a lot
of Italians.
Yeah.
I definitely played a part for sure. But I think just the culture that sort of Vossi's created. I think he was obviously we knew each other for a while at Port, and I think
you made him sauce.
Made him sauce. Yeah, we can rehash that. But the what he was able to do in that space at Port was massive for us.
Yeah,
and no shock that when he came here, the culture shifted and everyone's just so connected and aligned. I just think that's one of his greatest strengths. He genuinely cares so much about us as people, rather than just us as an athlete. That's almost second to who you are. And I think that's why so many people gravitate towards him and want to play for him, because he actually cares about you. Not just oh yeah, he's injured, well, he's not playing, I don't really care, which can happen.
You like Vossi, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Good bloke.
Yeah, he's not bad.
One last question on the Italian stuff.
Mm-hmm.
How does it feel being the second most traditional Italian in the playing group?
Who's the first?
Jordan Boyd.
Oh, please. The fakest Italian of all time, that guy.
But he tries.
He does try.
He tries a lot.
His pass is good. He's really going after the fresh pasta and sauce. He's always riding in the group and stuff like that. He is,
But with a name like Jordan Boyd,
yeah,
you can't really...
Yeah, it doesn't quite work, but... Giordano, maybe. I don't know if he's
Boydor.
Yeah, Boydor, yeah.
Well, you spoke about Kaizen to your sauce making days. And in your football, I guess, in general.
Yeah.
What about the Kaizen approach to your fantasy Premier League team?
Yes.
Because I don't reckon you would have come on today if the last few weeks hadn't happened, where you've had a resurgence, Orazio.
Just get better every week.
Just get better every week.
And I've gone bang, Mo Salah, triple captain. When all of you guys... You know what actually cooks me? The draw. Because...
Yeah. Do you have Arne Slot as your manager?
No.
Well, you didn't.
I had triple captain, and you had Slot, but everyone. Sorry for you non-soccer people out there. Everyone had.
So we're doing a half an hour in, so yeah.
Everton manager.
Oh, Moisey, yeah.
Moisey. So if it was a loss, he would have scored, I think, 1 or 2, but because they drew and got a bonus, he scored 10. So it's cooked me. Big time. But I still scored 135. So thank you very much.
To make sure that made an appearance in the.
I wasn't high score though. Ches got me.
Did Ches get? Oh, big Liverpool man.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, his team drew in the 98th minute, so he got that Ches.
Yeah,
and he can't have it all going well for him, because it's been a very good few months for Ches.
It's been a great few months, yeah.
And shout out to Ches. What was your wedding like? Bigger than Ches's?
Yeah, a little bit bigger than Ches's. For an Italian man, I thought there would have been, at least 150. We had around 150, which
was a good amount.
Yeah, that was good. I could have really blown out, but I said to mum and dad, let's rein it back a bit.
Yeah.
And, you know, if we wanted it at a specific venue and they could only hold 150. So it was good. It was one of the best days of my life, along with Sophia. Pretty cool.
It's just getting really wholesome here.
Yeah.
I'm not really...
I'm changed since I'm a father. I'm just,
well, you're not
so
wholesome
soft.
up until 3 weeks
not
ago.
at all, yeah.
When was she born?
She was the 15th.
Month?
Yeah,
15th.
she was a month. The 15th of Jan.
Wow, they grow up so quick.
Don't they?
The name Razzle Dazzle. It feels like you don't really love it.
Nah, I cooked myself.
Go on.
It was Guy McKenna. He would call me Razzle Dazzle at training like all the time.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the nickname Raz at the time because it was early on in my career, and I'd only played a few games.
Was there a time where you weren't Raz?
Well,
that is
yeah,
incredible.
it was sort of like, but it was just like I think it was in my first or second year.
Yeah, okay.
So it was early on. So I probably was Raz, but not to everyone.
Yeah.
And he would always
Fanta.
just call me, he would always call me Razzle Dazzle, like every day. And then I played a decent game and got interviewed, and they were like, "What's your nickname?" And I said it, and I just like wanted to.
You wanted to take the words back in before they'd come out.
Yeah, and I just cooked it.
And now Razzle Dazzle is a thing.
No, yeah,
Well, you don't say that,
no.
but people call you that.
Well, no one here, thankfully. You maybe.
Jordan Russell called you Razzle Dazzle last week.
Did he?
Or maybe it was Razzle. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Maybe I added the dazzle on.
Maybe you've just, you got a bit excited.
Well, I did leave it Razzle Dazzle at the start of this show, so apologies for that.
No, that's fine.
I would say I
You
won't
get
do it
away with
again,
it.
but I can't promise anything.
Because you will.
Maybe I will.
Probably next time I see you.
Maybe the next time I see you.
Yeah.
Yes. It is time to wrap up. I've learnt from last week where
Really?
Rose was wrapping us up last week.
Really?
So I know...
It's gone quick. And smooth.
Hey, season
what you
pro.
do, yeah, well done.
When you get two season pro on podcast,
That's what happens.
not a great time that I couldn't
I'm
spit that out.
sure if there was other guys like Jesse and stuff, they would have had like double takes. We haven't taken a second take yet, have we?
No, it is time to finish up. And thank you for doing this because there may have been some pre-podcast nerves.
Yep.
You're
How
not
did
used
I
to
go?
being in the... You're great.
Okay.
Again,
Good.
really wholesome.
Good.
Change man.
That's what after, yes.
Change
Very
man.
change.
I liked it. It was good. But there is one more question that we do ask.
Okay.
It's the same way we finish off the show all the time. You should know this, but I'm not sure you ever get to the end of the show,
Yeah.
so it's okay. Outside of bragging rights in fantasy football,
Mm-hmm.
Raz,
Yes.
just Raz,
Mm-hmm.
why do you play footy? And this could be another wholesome answer.
Yeah, geez, you've gone bang with the last one.
Yeah. Just catch you off guard.
A few reasons.
Yep.
Um,
Limit it to at least 10.
okay, it won't be 10. Family first. Like
Yep.
that's probably the biggest thing. I think, like, without going too deep, like
Stop saying without going too deep.
Well-
we like going deep.
like
We're all about player personalities, humanising our people,
well,
you know, all
okay.
that kind of stuff.
I will go deep then.
Yeah, like it.
My nonna or grandfather
Yep.
passed away before I was born.
Yep.
I'm named after him.
Nice.
And I think being able to like show his name, I guess, like highlight our family's name and put it out there as something really special to me and my family. So that's a big reason why I play for them. And now I think my daughter is like the probably biggest reason. Like, not to mention I love the game, obviously. Like I don't see it as work. Like I love coming here every single day. So lucky to do what we do. But I think to be able to do this and then like provide for her, like that's probably the biggest overwhelming feeling I got as soon as she was born. Like now I need to do everything I can to make sure you're okay. Whereas, you know, my wife would attest to this. I was probably the most selfish bloke going around. Like every decision was always about me. So yeah, I don't know if that answers the question, but
I think that answers it very well.
is that a deep way to end? Sorry.
Deep.
Yeah.
An answer 16 months in the making.
Yeah. Now you want me back, I think.
Next week?
No.
Same time next
No,
week.
let's not go too far. But who
Well, I think
knows?
that'll be
Maybe.
the season finale next week, so
Is it?
we
Can
may have...
Can we give a hint of who it is
Well,
to the crowd or not?
I'm not going to say who it is, but I feel like we may need to do a bit of groundwork from now until then to get the person on.
Okay. Because you think they might just backflip or... Just,
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping,
Okay.
all things going well,
Good luck.
that there may be another Carney.
Ooh.
that
I
comes
think
on
I
the
know
show.
who you.
I think you can figure it out.
Yeah, and I understand why he might backflip. And
I just hope he wears a shirt.
Yeah, exactly.
But we'll get to that when it
summer
comes to it. And if he's not on, people will know that. People will know what
we
happened.
didn't get him. Yeah,
But
nah, cool.
we'll get to that point when it comes to it. Raz, thank you for joining me on Summer Sessions.
Thank you, Critter. Appreciate it.